Hi guys, welcome back to another video tutorial. So in this tutorial, what we'll be going through is finding the area of a shaded segment. So this is going to follow based on the previous video tutorial, which was on sectors. So if you don't know how to work out the arc length, the area of sector, and just the basics about sectors, I would definitely recommend you to go and watch that video first, and I'll put the link on the top right hand corner right now before getting into this. This is more of an advanced kind of question. It's not really advanced, but it's more of a step up. But again, if you have no idea about sectors, you won't be able to do this question. So I would definitely recommend you to go and watch that first. And also, there's also another. So the other thing that you need to know as well to do this question is also the area of a triangle that's non-right angle. So I think I've done a video on that. I think called area of triangle. So I'll put the link again on the top right hand corner. So do check that out as well, because it will involve using that formula to try and solve this question. Okay, and if these videos are helping you guys to understand the topic better, please give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get straight to the question. So the question here is asking us, find the area of the shaded segment where OA is the radius. So what I've done is obviously I've kind of minimized the question, because at the end of the day, the question is just asking, the question is all the same in this case, where you have to find, you see this segment, the shaded segment, this is the area that you need to find. So that's what the question is asking you. And they're telling us that OA, which is 8.5, is the radius. Okay, so the first thing is, if OA is 8.5, I mean, if this is the radius, then what is this length going to be straight away? Also 8.5, because this is also the radius. Okay, so the first step I'm going to do, so I'm going to split this into different steps so that you know what I'm going to do. So the first step that I'm going to do for this question is, so let me write step 1 here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is, to find the shaded segment, I'm going to find the area of the whole sector. So what I mean is A, B, O. Okay, so I'm going to find the area of the whole segment, sorry, the sector. And then what I'm going to do, my step 2, is I'm going to find the area of the triangle by itself. Okay, then I'm going to find the area of the triangle by itself. And then my final step, if you know what I have to do, is all you're just going to take away. You're going to take away the area of the triangle from the area of the whole sector, and that will give you the area of the shaded segment. So that's pretty much what you do in this question, but I'm going to show you in steps. So the first step is I'm going to find the area of the sector. So I'm going to put this as AS, area of sector. Now you should know the formula for area of sector. The area of sector formula is theta over 360 times pi r squared. Okay, so that's the area of a sector, and basically I'm going to put the values in to find my area of sector. So my theta, which is my angle, that is 35 over 360 times pi r squared. So pi stays the same, and times r squared, which is my radius, so it's going to be 8.5 squared. Now if you put all of this in your calculator, the area of the sector should give you 22.1 centimeters squared. And I'm rounding this up to 3SF, yeah? So 22.1 centimeters squared. That's my first step. So I found the area of this whole sector, okay? Now my step 2 is I'm going to find the area of the triangle. So step 2, I'm going to find the area of the triangle. So the triangle is being this bit here, this triangle. Now remember, this triangle, unless it states in the question, is not a right angle triangle. So you cannot assume that this triangle is a right angle triangle. So you cannot use, half times base times height to find the area of a triangle, because that is for a right angle triangle. Now because this is not a right angle triangle, the formula that you're going to use to find the area of this triangle is going to be, which you should know based on the previous video tutorial on sectors, is half AB sine C. No, sorry, not the previous video tutorial, but the tutorial on area of triangle. So this is the formula, half AB sine C. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these numbers. So my area of triangle is equals to half. Now your A and B value is basically your radius, 8.5 and 8.5. That is it, okay? So that's your two lengths. It's times 8.5 times 8.5 and then times sine c. So sine c is basically your angle, which in this case is 35. So it's going to be sine 35. And if you put all of this in your calculator, your area of triangle it should give you 20.7 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's the area of the triangle, that's the area of the sector. Now my final step, because we want to find the area of the shaded segment, this bit, I'm going to, remember, take away the area of the triangle from the total area of the sector, and that will give me the area of the shaded segment. So basically my step 3 now is to find the area of the shaded segment. So if I put area of shaded segment, area of, you don't need to write shaded segment, but just so that you guys know what I'm doing here. So area of shaded segment, so that's going to be equals to basically my area of sector, which is 22.1 minus 20.7, and that should give you 1.3 or 1.4 centimeters squared, and that is pretty much your answer. So again, yes, in this case I know this was three significant figures, and this is not, but okay, it really depends on the question. If they ask you to 2dp, then round it up to 2dp, but I'm just showing you guys the method here and what to do. So the first step is you just find the area of the sector, the second step is you find the area of the triangle, and then your third step is you just take away, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully you've understood what is needed to answer this question. It's quite simple once you understand, right? It's just a couple of formulas that you need to learn and use, and that is it. And again, if there's any questions or doubts that you have, just put it down in the comments and I'll reply back. And now I'll give you guys some questions to try out. Right, so here are some questions for you guys to try and do. Now, each of these lengths, they are the radius. So 9.5 is the radius and 5.8 is the radius. I know I haven't written it down the question, but I just thought I'd let you know that those are the radius. Okay, so give it a go. So pause the video, give it a go. Once you finish, play the video back and see if you got your answers right or wrong. Right, so let's do the first one. So we want to find the area of the shaded segment for this one, where we know that the angle is 50 and 9.5. So my first step that I'm going to do is find the area of the sector, so which is theta over 360. So theta is 50 over 360, and I know I'm not writing the formula, but you guys should be writing the formula. I just don't want to make the video too long, but make sure you write the formula every time you do this. It's very important. So 50 over 360 times pi r squared, so times pi, and my radius is 9.5 squared. So if you find the area of the sector and you put this in your calculator, so for this one, this should be 39.4 centimeters squared for the area of the sector. And then if you find, the second step is to find the area of the triangle. Again, make sure you write the formula. I'm just for time purposes here, so it's going to be half times a, so half AB sine C, right? So it's going to be half times 9.5 times 9.5 times sine C. So sine C is my angle, so sine 50 degrees. So my area of triangle, if you put that in your calculator, is going to be 34.6 centimeters squared. And the final step is to find the area of the shaded segment, is you take away. So all you do is, so the final area, if you like, is going to be 39.4 minus 34.6, and if you find that, that will be equals to 4.83 centimeters squared. And that is your answer for that one. So if you've got that one right, well done. If you haven't, again, just look at your working out and look what you've put in your calculator. The amount of times I get students, you know, when I teach them and they say, "Sir, I've put it in the calculator, but the calculator gives me a wrong answer." And I said, "Did you put it actually right in the calculator?" And they said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, let's have a bet. I'll go put it in the calculator." And then they say, "Oh, okay, I forgot that bit, or I forgot the brackets, or I forgot this." So make sure you put it in the calculator. The calculator is never going to give you the wrong answer. Okay, it's already been programmed, so it's not going to give you the wrong answer. It is all on how you put it in the calculator. Okay, so if we go to the second one now, again, what we're going to do is find the area of the sector. So straight away, it's going to be theta over 360. So theta is 30 over 360 times pi r squared. So it's pi times r. My radius is 5.8, so this is going to be 5.8 squared. So if we put that in the calculator, the area of the sector in this one should give you 8.81 centimeters squared. So that would be 8.81 centimeters squared. And the second step now we want to find is the area of the triangle, which is half AB sine C. So it's going to be a half times my length, which is 5.8 times 5.8 times sine C. So sine C is your angle, and my angle in this one is 30. So if you put this all in your calculator, the area of the triangle is going to be in this one 8.41 centimeters squared. The final step now is just to take away. So the final area is going to be 8.81 minus 8.41. So that is going to be equals to 0.4 centimeter squared. Okay, so if you've got this, well done. And again, don't worry too much about the numbers, because I'm making these questions up. So I'm not in the exam. You're gonna get numbers where it doesn't matter. As long as you understand the method and you understand what you have to do, that's all. The number, all it happens with the numbers, it just changes and it gives you a different answer. So if you've got this, well done. And if you haven't, again, just make sure you check. Okay, and I'm pretty sure if you haven't got it, it's probably you've done a silly mistake somewhere. Okay, so if this has helped you out, please give this video a big thumbs up. And yeah, if you have any questions, put it down in the comments and I'll reply back. And that's a wrap for this one, and I shall see you on the next one.